Yo, what up? This is IP Kingdom. We talking about style, and if y'all don't know, that was Rick Martel. That's some wrestling shit. In case y'all didn't know, I got my man Jesse, Abigail Fashion Extraordinaire, boss player, and boss lifestyle. I know for a fact. I can vouch because I've seen the receipts. Not that I never needed to see the receipts, but it's just good to that I know that there's some receipts. And just right on cue, after the Rick Martel, we got my man Champion Game, Everett Overton in this bitch.
EO pull up. What's up, EO?
Just pulled up. He just pulled up in the Benz like, zip, I'm up in this bitch.
Right on cue.
All right, what's happening, dudes? What's going on, man? What's going on? I was actually muted. I was talking to you guys. I said, "Damn, they can't hear me." Coffee King, Jesse, what's going on? Jesse, it's been a minute, bro. How you been?
I've been cool, man. Just been, just living.
I heard that. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's nice to be in the group with you guys, man. Nice to be in the group.
Hell yeah, this the original, man. We the original 5-hour job, niggas. In case y'all didn't know, we did it first.
I know.
We did this shit first.
Man, and you know what's funny? I actually just yesterday thought about good old TTG, man. I wonder what he's up to, man.
Now, if he slide through, it'll be a champion show. Look, we just did a show by Jada Black shit. Jada Black slid through. That shit was icy.
Oh yeah, okay, man. I got to check that out, man. I was, I literally
like
just
15 minutes ago.
Okay, damn, dude, I like it, man. You the marathon man. That's my new nickname for you, bro. The marathon man. That's you,
man. People say they want to do this, and that, man. I'm doing this, and that, man.
At this point, it's not even consistency. He's living it, man.
That's right. That's right.
That's what's up.
Shout out to the dudes in the chat room, man. I see Travis in there, Sam's in there. Nice.
What up, Trav?
So what's funny, I got the style guy and Jesse's my look at this. EO my first subscriber and Jesse my first interview I ever had.
Yeah,
that's if it was an interview on style. Had to have you.
Jesse, where you been with that smell good, man? I don't see any videos being posted by you, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to it, man. I've just been enjoying them, That's the thing. You spend all the time accumulating them, and you could easily get into that habit of just acquiring. Sometimes you just got to go through a phase where you just got to sit back and enjoy everything. So I'm looking at like 100+ bottle collection, and some bottles I haven't touched in years. So I'm just in the phase of just enjoying them and tailoring that to my moods and all of that fly stuff. So I'm gonna get back
what fragrance did you wear today, man?
Today I wore Christian Dior Ambre Nuit. It's from La Collection Privée.
Oh yeah, that one is nice. That one is nice. Oh, you know what? I actually tried that new Dior Homme 2020. Did you try it?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. They're hating on it, but I actually like it. See, here's the reason why I like it, because I think like some people get stuck. It's like they expected them to come out with the same thing or something similar to it. But I will tell you, the longevity on me, it lasted 10 hours on me, man. 10 hours.
Yeah,
like I was
you hit gold.
Very impressed. But it smells to me just like Guerlain Homme.
Oh,
just like it, bro. Which I like. I actually like Guerlain Homme. I mean, it's a nice little minty citrus, nice for the spring and summer, but it smells to me 95% like Guerlain Homme.
That's the problem with designers, man. It's too much redundancy, man. That's why I don't even venture there anymore, right? Because 9 out of 10 times you smell a new release and it smells like something you already have or you've smelled before. Most of that work is uninspired, but hey, that's the thing. It's functional art, man. But if you look at it strictly from functionality standpoint, they're doing a lot of whack shit in terms of like the redundancy and shit like that.
Hey,
go ahead, bro.
I went to the PR Cardin, and then I put my man McCain onto it too. We both fuck with it off of you, man. That shit was fine.
Dude, Pierre Cardin is old school pimping, bro.
Yeah, man. I call that the trophy bottle, man. That's like look like a championship right there.
Hell yeah, it could be a dildo too.
And you know what will always be a timeless classic? Cool Water, man.
Cool Water,
man. Yeah. I still love cool Water, and people stop me and ask me, "What do you have on?" I'm like, "Man, that's the classic OG Cool Water." Cool Water is slept on, man. That's a classic. You're right, Justin.
They might think it's Green Iris Tweed.
I know, and you know what? I got the knockoff of Green Irish Tweed too. I ran out of my Green Irish Tweed, so I use Aspen sometimes from Cody,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
that
it
works.
doesn't have the longevity, but it still gives me the same effect. So sometimes I'll throw on that Aspen, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nike SB
And
Kid. He said,
Aspen and double mint gum, bro. It goes together real well.
he answered my question. He asked me what people got on. I got on Dosa Gabbana light blue.
Light blue.
I got on. So shout out to you because you got it on too.
Those
Nice.
about the light blue. Yeah, I feel you're in a warm state, so I can see that.
Yeah, man, it was windy as hell the other day, man. Trees is getting falling onto all types of cars. It was crazy, man.
Oh shit, yo! I had to shovel snow yesterday. The snow was up to my house.
Let me shut up. Y'all cats is in the snow and shit. I'm bitching.
Yeah, talk about it was windy. I wish it was.
Oh, that's right, Jesse. You're in Canada, right?
Yeah, I'm in Ottawa, Canada.
Okay. Yeah, it was cold today too, man. It was cold. I was a little underdressed today. I only had a bomber jacket on, and that wasn't good enough, bro. And you know, black people, man, we get cold fast.
That's bad. Hey, what I wanted to touch on, the title of this video was why style is more important than having swag. Now you can agree or disagree or just elaborate.
Oh,
Take that first.
yeah, but that's the thing. I always look at somebody developing style and taste as a personal journey. Actually, let me go on camera, man. So I can spit this ism. I'm gonna put face to this ism so they can feel me, man. So I always look at it as a journey, man. Every man is gonna go through the journey of every man goes through a journey of developing taste and personal style. At some point, your wardrobe will transition from boy to man. Now, before you get to that point, that is when you'll be in the pursuit of swag, and swag is always trendy things. Swag is always what is in season, what is hot at the moment. But when we talk about style, we talk about style. Your style reflects who you are. Your style communicates who you are before you open your mouth. So when I'm around somebody, you see EO right now, you look at his picture, he's telling you exactly who he is before he opens his mouth. And that comes from a refinement. That comes from knowing yourself first. That's why they say some people always ask style versus substance, what's more important? But the crazy thing is, like, it's all codependent. You need style. You need substance to develop your style. Without substance, you don't have style. So knowing yourself, you get to style. So in all honesty, they're equally important.
Let's go, nigga.
Yeah, they're equally important because you got to go through swag as a stage to get to style. But every man has to reach that point where their wardrobe is transitioning from boy to man, and that's where style comes in. Knowing yourself and looking to reflect that in your clothes and your appearance.
That's facts. This is what I want to say. Real quick. So when you develop style, it's going to give you some swag. When I say swag, I mean finesse and confidence.
Oh, that aura that comes with communicating who you are.
You see?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
I was speaking swag from like following trends and things.
Yeah.
But once you get on that grown man, yes, your aura is elevated because you're communicating who you are. You step in a room, and this is me. You step in a room, and that you're literally projecting who you are through your clothes. That's a powerful statement. That's speaking without opening your mouth. That's that energy. You step in there like, I'm that dude. This is me. It's just amplified immediately by them looking at you. That aura right there. It comes with having style. So style is the substance. Style is the key foundation to get in there. But all of that comes with knowing yourself and understanding yourself and reflecting that in your clothes.
That's right, baby. Because these glasses is YSL.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say that.
And I got my face on my shirt too.
That shirt,
with a furrow, nigga.
Yeah, man. So let me ask Jesse something. How old are you, Jesse?
I'm 20. I turned 29 last November. I'm fresh.
29. Okay. And I know Afi's 29. All right, cool. And I know Afi's up there with me. We up there. I'll be 40 in May. Afi, you 28? 38?
Yeah.
38. Okay. So I would say that in my 20s, I was definitely learning who I was. So in my 20s, I was trying trendy things. So I will say that, you're trying to figure out who you want to be. You know, should I do my hair like this? Should I do it like that? Should I be bulky or should I be, you know, vascular? You know, should my clothes be tailored or should I, you know, should I let them have a little drape? You're always trying to figure out who and what you are. As I settled into my 30s, I decided, I said, you know what? I'm gonna wear custom suits, so no more off the rack, everything custom. Because then it fits me perfectly. Because what I was finding is that I was buying stuff off the rack and still taking it to the tailor, but it was never right, especially with my frame. Because I'm a shorter guy, I'm 5'7", but I have muscular arms, muscular back, you know,
Yeah.
broad shoulders. So like for me, and you know, I had to like go and get it custom, and I noticed once I got it custom.
It fits
They said my audio is kind of choppy. Am I choppy right
yeah,
now?
it's slightly choppy.
Damn. Okay, hold on. Let me try to fix this.
Yeah, you can try to fix it. Maybe exit and re-enter.
But you know what? How about right now? Is it better now?
Nah, it's still choppy a bit.
Damn. All right. Let me try to.
Yeah, but to touch on your point, man, like that is the stage you got to get into that custom stage. Yeah, you gotta figure out what you like, your style of suiting and everything. But once you get to custom, it fits like a glove. You could get it off the rack and you could get it tailored and to tailor to fit your body. That's cool too. But at some point, you got to graduate. That custom is that's where it's at, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing perfect than, you know, going to your tailor, getting it custom made for your body. That should fit like a glove, man. You feel like James Bond at the end of it, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
That. Like every man got to have a custom suit at some point in their life, man.
Yeah.
Whenever you need to pull out that power suit, that's what you reach for. If not, I mean, if it's out of your budget, it's cool to go off the rack. You can go to Suit Supply, get something off the rack. They'll get it tailored for your body. Make sure you're right.
Yeah, definitely. Suit Supply is it's slept on too, man. Suit Supply, you can get a nice suit.
My man Nelly in here.
Let me throw something out real quick too. This is really.
Yeah, EO was sounding like Aquaman for a second, man.
Damn, how about now? Is it better now?
Try to just come out and come back in.
Yeah, I tried that. I think he's trying to speak, but
damn.
The last time I did it, so you do. Okay, now I'll do it now. Go ahead, Jesse.
They said bring him back in or mute it?
No, he ain't back in yet. He gonna come back in. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the thing. At some point, you got to transition, man. The Jordans is cool and all of that, but don't get me wrong. In that transition, you got to be able to know how to dress for certain scenarios or certain environments, you know? It don't make sense going to the beach wearing a cotton suit or none of that. No, sometimes you got to wear the appropriate attire to fit the environment. So, I mean, knowing yourself, exploring what you're comfortable with. And also, the most important part is knowing the message you want to send out with your clothing. That's the thing. Because sometimes you feel like you want to be approachable, laid back, relaxed. Like today, like I was coaching. I was in the boxing gym earlier. I was teaching a class. I'm on a fast, so I wasn't training today. So I just had on this hoodie right now. It's a light, low velvet number. I had that on with some tapered joggers and some sneaks. And I was in there, like, you know, I was in there teaching the class, doing pads and all of that. But I was also drippy and presentable. So. I mean, it comes to how dressing for the situation. If I'm going to go teach a boxing class, I'm not going to wear a suit to go do that. I mean, mind you, if I'm coming from work and I'm heading there, then yeah, I might show up in work attire or things like that. But if you're coming from home, heading to the gym, you always got to dress like you're going to meet your ex or you're going to meet your worst enemy, right? So even if you're going to the gym or so, you got to be presentable and fly. That's the thing. Always presentable. Never get caught lacking.
King Dre, you good now?
Yes, Nelly, that's fact.
Yo.
Yeah, let me see if you guys can hear me now.
I was good. Refinement process.
Okay. Cool. This is better, right? This is better.
Base level, you're raw, so I mean, you got to go through that refinement process. So your taste has to change as you age, and it has to get better.
Yeah,
elevate. Always elevate with your taste. And was that Effie?
Okay. Oh, my bad. I don't know if Jesse can Jesse hear us or no?
Speaking, but it's not.
Damn.
I don't hear nothing.
Here, just go. I'm gonna put the camera on him, Jesse, and then that means that he talking. Go ahead, yo.
All right. So can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat room if you can hear me, guys. Let me know. Can you hear me?
Can't hear anything, yo.
Damn.
I can hear you, and I think they can hear you. So just go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, they
So,
can hear
so
me.
let me
Okay.
tell the fellas this too. The one thing I learned is before the close, before the close, the haircut's got to be on point. To me, from my experience, I think style comes from your hair, your if you have facial hair,
Yeah, I
you
can't
know,
hear you, yo.
does it suit your face? How is it groomed? Is it unique? That's very very important. Is that hair, man? I can't get see even me. I could just have on a thermal, a black thermal, or a black Henley with black slim fit jeans, distressed or non, black boots, like combat style boots or whatever. But if I have a fresh haircut, you know, nice lined up, crispy, with a fragrance, a nice watch, and maybe some dog tags or something, a nice necklace, I'm done. Like that's my style right there. Now it's just time to go and walk into a room with full dominance, like Avi, dominance mindset. So
All right.
to me, yes, you want to have the capability of adjusting to any environment. Every man in this chat room who comes across this video should have something for every occasion. You don't want to be a one trick pony where all you can do is dress one way. I say if you got to go to a black tie event, at some point you're gonna want to have a nice tuxedo or a black or a nice well fitted black suit. That you gotta have that. You know, that's not something you're gonna wear all the time, but you want to have it. You gotta have that black fitted suit, navy suit. These are the suits I would recommend. Navy, black. Although you won't use black that much, I think you're gonna use navy more and charcoal gray. I think those should be your starter colors. Personally, for me, navy or a royal blue. I say navy first. If you want to get a different shade of blue, you can go with like a royal blue. And then
Yeah, royal blue, cobalt blue, yo. Cobalt
yeah,
blue
like a
look
cobalt blue. That's nice, but even like if
fire.
you're going into an interview or it's a business situation, I would say a navy is the safest choice. Um, that's just my
Navy and gray. Yeah, navy and gray. You get some brown
navy and
shoes
gray. Yep,
with some
yep,
brown shoes.
yep.
You get some versatility out of there. The black
Definitely.
suit, man, you barely. To be honest, the black you barely reach for because
Yeah, yeah. It's maybe once a year. It's
yeah,
once a year, but every man, especially a black man, I'll be honest with you. Anytime I see a black dude that's well in very good shape, the suit is tailored. He's got a nice crisp white dress shirt, black tie, nice
with a
ass haircut,
with a
smelling
V
good. That
tape.
motherfucker looks good, dude. That motherfucker looks good. I mean, I can admit it right now. Even a black dude looks great in a well tailored suit. Again, like Jesse said, he's correct. You're not gonna wear it all the time, but you still want to have it. You still want to have that black suit, in my opinion.
Yeah, we could talk about style to with blue in the face, but one thing you got to understand, you got to be in great shape. I mean, you got to be in presentable shape at least, because I mean, once you
No
get
doubt.
that V taper, right, broad shoulders, a little bit like tight in the waist, V tapered like that, man, you're good money, man. You look at Tom Ford and the Tom Ford suits and how good they look, man. Like being in shape is great. Honestly, when you're in shape, almost everything will look good on you, as long as you're keeping it simple, the colors are right. So being in shape is a great way too, man. Once you feel good on the inside, it reflects on the outside, man.
No doubt, no doubt. And I was saying something. I don't know if you guys were able to hear me, but in my 20s, I was a little more trendy. But as I've gotten, into my 30s, so now about to enter my 40s, I like monochromatic looks. Personally, I like a monochromatic look. I think it's very masculine, very sexy to have an all black on, or even in the summertime if you're going to go to all white party. But I think monochromatic looks are very attractive, especially to women. Women have always told me I love you in all black. One time, a woman told me I look like a panther when I'm wearing all black. She was like, "You remind me of a panther." And it's so it just makes women think certain things too. It's like monochromatic looks. I can't stress enough too the haircut, man. The haircut is so pivotal.
But
To
you mentioned monochromatic because it accentuates your face and your features. That's the thing. 'Cause if
definitely.
I'm going monochromatic, like a well fitting black shirt, denims, low cut black shoes, or even low cut white shoes, everything else is just accentuated, right? Because it's not look at me, look at my clothes. It's just literally like this is the body that I'm presenting and things like that, right? So you saying that it accentuates. I mean, it'll accentuate your beard, your haircut, everything else becomes the star of the show. It literally becomes a blank canvas for your body.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Monochromatic is like a blank
Hey, okay, I
canvas.
saw somebody will get this beef jerky real quick. Y'all go in. It's a question right there too.
What about the fabric of the suit for the season? Obina Ekuma. Yo, it sounds like a Ghanaian name. I might be wrong. I believe you're Ghanaian based on your name, but I digress. The fabric is important, man. In the summertime, you gotta understand. You got all season fabrics. In the summertime, you either gotta go with something like cotton, um, cotton if you're trying to avoid wrinkles, and you could go what's the name, linen if you don't mind wrinkles. Linen is a great option, lightweight, airy, you're good to go. So cottons and linens, I mean, khakis are great too, man, but I mean, not everybody can pull off a khaki suit, man. You seen what they did to Obama when he threw that shit on, man. But yeah, summertime, lightweight cotton suit and khakis. You can do all seasons too, but you might be a little hot. But I mean, in the wintertime, you could always wool is good all year round. You just got to check about the weight of the wool. I mean, they get the super 100s, 120s, 160s. Now we get into the technical side of it, right? But always wait. If you're in the summertime, just try and get something cotton. If you don't mind wrinkles, linen. But every time around, all year round, the wool is good. It all depends on the weight of the wool.
Yeah, and another thing too is a seersucker. Sometimes, like a seersucker material is nice.
Yeah, that's what
Seersucker is
reminds
nice
me.
too.
Yeah. I
Yep.
knew I was forgetting the summer suit and fabric somewhere. Yeah, seersucker. Seersucker you can't go wrong with. But I mean, you could look like the ice cream man in seersucker by 8. If your energy's right, you can pull it off.
That's true. You know what? I probably wouldn't rock a seersucker suit. I would do separate. So I might do
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
pants with a collar shirt and then the jacket with some jeans. Though I would never do I don't recommend an all seersucker suit because you will look like the motherfucking ice cream man. For real. No doubt.
Shit.
And I think who's that? Is that Afi?
Yeah, I'm back. Go ahead.
You got your Slim Jims, bro?
Let me show y'all the brand.
Oh, you lit.
Hold on, let me show y'all the brand. You see how big the
Okay.
bag is? This is the fire brand.
Oh, that's pork jerky. Oh, you lit.
Eat it in private. Jesse fell out. EO, you still here?
Yeah. I'm here, man. I'm here. And Jesse touched on something earlier, which I'm going to emphasize his point, which I completely agree with. If you're in shape, that's the main thing, man, because you're gonna get that swag. I think it's important to have swag. Actually, I think swag is just an attitude. It's just an attitude. It's just your body language. It's your energy. It's the way you walk. I mean, you're gonna walk different if you got a nice ass body that you worked your ass
Yeah,
off.
but I mean, if you've been hitting the bench, like you're supposed to, getting your reps in, you've been doing your pull-ups, you've been doing your squats, you've been doing your deadlifts. Naturally, when you're walking, your chest legit will be poking out. Like literally, you'll be broad-chested. Walking down the street, you're broad-chested by default. Your back is in shape. You've been doing your squats. Your legs are in shape. I mean, your deadlifts, everything. You're doing your shoulder presses. Your shoulders are big, and all of that. I mean, automatically, you throw anything on, and it accentuates that. You're good money. Now it just comes to applying color theory and finding the right fit. Once you nail down your fit, you're good. Once your clothes fit your body type and it complements your body, you're good money. You're good from there. Now you just got to worry about color theory and things like that. So it always starts with the body as a foundation and finding clothes that fit you. Because guess what? You could be in great shape, and if your clothes are too tight, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, no doubt. I've tried to make suits work that just at the time weren't working. And I think, and I even constantly pulling my sleeves down. That happened when I was buying clothes off the rack for me. Is the sound bad again? Or is
No,
that Afi chewing?
that's good. I think Afi's living life.
Oh, okay. Afi's chewing and he getting down on that on the Korean jerk. But no, I remember just for me again, you got to know your body style. You got to know yourself. This is My core message on my channel too is just knowing who you are, knowing what works for you, because what works for Jesse won't work for me, per se. We're different people, different frame, different height, different weight. Everything's different. It might be some similarities, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to feel my best in what Jesse feels his best in, and vice versa. So you must figure out who you are, who you're looking to attract. That's another thing. You gotta, like I said, dress for the occasion. Dress for the woman you're trying to attract that night. You trying to go out and tonight you want a certain type of chick. So now you gotta dress a certain way depending on where you're going. Because I'm not gonna wear a suit. I'm not gonna wear like a full suit to a place where it's more casual. Then you go to a place more, dressy. You don't want to be too casual. So you have to have this common sense to know that I have something for every occasion. No, I have something for everything. That takes time. That takes self-evaluation. That takes investment, which a lot of men are not willing to do. I mean, shit. I tell my clients, this is no joke. I would like you to spend about, like, once I'm dealing with them by maybe the fourth session, now I'm kind of figuring out who they are, how to direct them. They're starting to get more confident. So then I send them out. I say, yo, when you can, I'd like you to spend about $5,000 on yourself. I would like to see you go and get new shoes, watch. I would like, at least 4 fragrances to alternate, you know, something for every occasion. But again, it all depends on their lifestyle too. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to be mindful of that. But
But you
go ahead, Jesse.
mentioned being able choosing to dress for the right occasion. The key is to be able to fit in but stand out. So
Hmm.
if you go into any environment, you want to be able to blend in, but you want to be able to shine. You don't got to floss, be loud, look at me when you're dressing something crazy, attention seeking. But guess what? You got to blend in and you got to shine and stand out while blending in, and that's the thing. So guess what? Even if you're going to an all white party, you can go to the all white party in the all white. But guess what? Instead of a all white joint, you could get a cool white button down. You could do some linen pants. You could do some loafers to go with it. I mean, I'm literally like replaying an all white party I went to in Ghana, and I was dripped. Everybody was in all white head to toe. But guess what? I had the white features going on. I had the white cotton shirt. I had the gingham linen pants, and I had the low cut loafers. I had the suede loafers to go with that too. So you always got to be able to blend in, but also stand out.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. And like you said something just now, you said you don't want to stand out too much because that could give like a try hard impression too.
Yeah, that that
So,
that, that shows insecurity, right? Because that's
yeah.
look at me, look at me. No, you can project who you are, but you got to be subtle with it. You got to be subtle with it, smooth with it, man, because it might not be for everybody, man.
Yeah,
Because
and you
that's
gotta have,
pretty
yep,
much
yep,
guerrilla
yep.
marketing, right? That's like marketing. When somebody's coming guerrilla marketing, banging on your chest, coming in with the wild colors and all that loud noise, all of that. I mean, it gets a bit juvenile, man. Once you become a grown man, you got to lay low, but be fly with it too.
Facts, facts. And that's where your personality comes in too. Because if you just put on all these clothes, but you don't know how to go up and shake somebody's hand or introduce yourself or smile when it's appropriate,
And
you
and
know, it,
And you just spoken
yeah, you got,
personality, right? If you're somebody who's super outgoing, you could do that. You could do the multicolored blazer or the wild colors, and because that is a conversation starter. That's a great icebreaker. If you're a very sociable person, you're very outgoing, you could do that. But if you're somebody who doesn't, you don't like all that excess attention and all of that, you just want to be low in the cut, doing your thing, working the room slowly and all of that, man, just blend in, shine. Maybe you might stand out with your rings or your chain or something like that. You could do that. Then you could work the room in peace. So again, you dress for your personality type too and what you want to attract.
boy, you know what you're talking about, man. Just you know what you're talking about, man. And even for them smokers out there, because I used to smoke. There's a way to even smoke your cigarette and look cool as fuck. How you light the cigarette, how you pull it out, how you stand when you're smoking it, how you hold your beer, how you're holding your beer. Like that is all style too. Trust me, that's the behavior. Behavior is part of style. So, like I said, I can dress somebody up, but if they don't feel good in the clothes or confident about themselves, they're gonna do everything wrong and they're not gonna get any results. So even like when I used to smoke a cigarette, how I would pull out my lighter, man, flip the top, fire it up, just how I would take my first puff, blow the smoke out. Everything I did just was manly as fuck. So that's the one thing I would mention to guys. Just every move you make, everything you do should just be masculine. You know, I think that's the best style in the world. Is a man just walked in this motherfucker right now.
Yeah, that comfort with yourself. And I see in the comments here, Marcus Williams said having a tailor is important as well. There are three people you need to have great relationships with as a man: your barber, your tailor, and your shoe shine. I mean, every couple of weeks you got to see one of them. I mean, you could go to Nordstrom or somewhere like that. They will have shoe shines there, and guess what? You could pay $3 for a shoe shine, but guess what? Every 2 weeks you go in, you tip them a 5. That's good money. You're building relationships with them. Maybe you shine your own shoes, but guess what? You might be out in public, and your shoes get scuffed up. You can just pull up to the spot. Your man will get you right. Your shoes shine great. Your tailor is a lifelong relationship. So is your barber. You know, so those are very, very important relationships to have. Again, cheat on your girlfriend before you cheat on your barber, man. Because guess what? Your barber might age you faster by pushing your shit back. And that's the reality of it, man. You go to the wrong barber, he pushes your shit back. Now he's aging you 5 years. Man, you know what? Cheat on your girlfriend. Guess what? She might throw something at you or some shit, but at the end of the day, your hairline is still intact. You can go get another girl. So remember that. Barber over girlfriends.
He said,
no
cheat
doubt.
on you cheat on your barber.
Yeah, no doubt. I know. I agree with that 100%, man. 100%. Shout out to Chris James, man. Chris James is one of the homies too, man. I haven't seen Chris James in a minute. Yeah, and don't forget to treat your barber well. That's another thing. I tip my barber well. I give my barber fragrances. You know, I give him a Christmas present at the end of the year. You know, I even do that for my mailman. When my mailman, if he opens my mailbox, there's gonna be a gift card in there. So just make sure that you're that kind of dude too. And then people are gonna treat you much better when you do that kind of stuff.
But you know the thing though, it speaks. You want to be class personified. Again, you want to be class personified in everything you do. You don't want to be tasteful. That is what a man with taste does. You're always gracious. You're always gracious towards everybody you meet. You want every experience to be a positive experience. I mean, that's that fly talk. You know, it's one thing to dress fly, but you got to be fly in character too. I mean, guess what? Yeah, you come across somebody, you're Taylor. You just went and seen him. He did the alterations right. You look great. Guess what? You threw a little something on top of him. Yo, your drink tonight is on me. Your barber do you right. There you go, my man. A little extra. I mean, it's a tip. You always take good care of you. He always go that extra mile for you. Never be hesitant to show appreciation, man. Always appreciate the people who service you right, man. Because at the end of the day, you're all a team. This is a team that puts you together to make you look good. And yeah, don't. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going that extra mile and showing gratitude, man. Again, always be gracious, be fly in character, man. All of this shit we're talking doesn't mean shit without character. To be honest, if if you're dressing fly and all of that, and you got a shitty attitude to match with that, man, that's garbage. At the end of the day, man, you don't want to be that apple that is fly on the outside but rotten on the inside, man. So you always got to come right with the character, man. Being gracious and graceful, man. That's beautiful, man. That's the thing. You want the people around you like, yo, oh man, that's a fly suit. He's a fly dude, but you know what's fly, man? The character that matches, it exceeds that, and that's the thing. That's what you want to project. What you're wearing is saying who you are inside, man. So yo, don't put on no fly clothes if your character is not fly, man. That's some bummy shit, man. Evaluate yourself, fix yourself before you even go that far, man. We're not doing that in 2020, man. That's some bummy shit.
Please.
If you have to,
Man, that's facts.
Not to
That's
preach
big
over.
facts.
attitude bummy, your clothes bummy by default, man.
No doubt, no doubt, man. I look forward to tipping people, man. Even my tailor, I know he likes a certain coffee from Starbucks. So if I'm going in, I don't even have to ask him. I just bring it in. I just bring it in. Yo, man, I got your coffee. And then he's gonna do a much better job for you too, man. It's an appreciation. He's like, man, he always takes care of me when he comes in.
Yeah,
That should be part of your game. That's part of your game.
but that's the thing though, EO. We talk about people look at seduction from just a relationship
With
standpoint,
women.
from an
Yeah, yeah.
point with women. No, 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 no. The game of life, seduction. That's what I'm saying. Seduction is multifaceted. When you speak into somebody, that's the thing with seduction. You got to stimulate all senses. Visually, you got to be appealing. The clothes you wear got to be fly. What is coming out of your mouth has to be fly. Auditory. You got to be fly to somebody's ear, the nose, your fragrances. You got to stimulate all senses, man. You can't just look good and ignore everything else. No, 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 no. We don't do that, man. And seduction, it doesn't just isn't limited to just the sexual aspect. Every interaction is is a chance to seduce somebody, and I'm not saying seduce them in like a nefarious way or anything like that. No, you're basically treating somebody like a star or being a star in that conversation, right? So always remember, man, every interaction that you come to, you want to leave an impression with what you say, how you look. If you're gonna take anything from this conversation and this live, stimulate all senses with everybody you meet. When you're speaking to somebody, the shit that's coming out of your mouth has to be fly and gracious. It has to be great, amazing conversation you're having. You got to be a great conversationalist. Your fragrance got to smell good. You know, you got to smell good to the nose. You got to look good, presentable to the eyes. So you got to stimulate all senses, man, when it comes to it. So that's something you got to keep in mind. And obviously, some senses might not apply, but in the case of a woman, guess what? If she's coming through, you gotta stimulate her taste buds with some good food that you cook and all of that. So we're talking the complete picture here. So don't ignore that, man. Stimulating all senses. If that's one thing you got to take away from here, stimulate all senses and don't limit seduction to just women. I mean,
Boom.
not to be. I mean, this isn't even on some like homo shit or nothing, man. Anybody you talk to, man, it's got to be some fly shit. This is fly energy radiating.
Boom, Bonnie
Man,
East.
what you
That's
said right there is the end all be all, bro. That what you said right there is the end all be all, man. It's your character, it's your generosity. See, when my cup is full, man, I have no choice but to let it show out outside of me. I have no choice. But when my cup is empty, man, I want to keep everything to myself. That's another thing. I could always tell when a dude is running on E. I always could tell when a man or a woman is running on empty because they don't do nothing for nobody else. It's all about
No,
them.
it's
But
crazy.
when you have an overflow of everything, your finances are in order, your happiness is in order, your joy is in order. You're doing all the things that you need to do as a man to accomplish your goals, short term and long term. Bro, you're gonna be happy as hell. You're gonna treat people with respect. You're gonna tip the guy who's parking your car exceptionally well. You're gonna show you might even take a minute to show a little bit of interest in the dude and ask him how his day is going because he's about to drive your car away.
Yeah, but
So it's really yes, it's about them, but it's also about protecting your shit too.
yeah, but even in protecting your shit, what one thing I've noticed is, regardless of your financial state, even if you're tipping here and there, and you're doing all that fly shit, it comes back. Like you're
Yeah,
literally putting out the energy you put out there comes back to you, and it comes back multiplied. So you're
it does.
being gracious and graceful. You know, you're kicking that fly shit. Anybody you meet, you're making sure it's a positive encounter. All your service people, you're tipping them. It comes back. It will come back in great service. It will come back in maybe oh, yo, I know this cat Jesse, man. You should meet him. I know this cat EO, my man. I mean, you guys seem like you're on the same shit. Next thing you know, you have a business partner you met through your valet or shit like that. You know,
Yep.
little things like that. And it could have been like an extra $5 you had in your pocket. You told my man, no, there you go, man. Buy yourself a sandwich or something like that. It makes a big difference in their life or in their day. So I mean, you always got to keep things like that in perspective. And even guess what? You don't have to tip a certain amount, whatever is in your heart, whatever you're able to afford at the moment, you let that go, man. It'll come back.
boom.
No
There's
doubt. I just gave a dude a shout out to LDA just came in the room, man. So I was gonna say one last thing. Like even today, there was a gentleman on the street playing saxophone, man. Just playing the saxophone. Older black gentleman was killing it. I threw that dude $25.
oh yeah. I mean,
I just gave him $25. I say, here, man, you did a hell of a job, and I love that music, man. Put me
but
in a good ass mood.
you
Here,
know what, yo, you're showing appreciation. He's there. Him being there playing that saxophone improved your quality of life in that moment. That's
it
the
did,
thing. Because
no
he's
doubt.
playing common music. You feel extra fly in your player shit, right? You show that appreciation right there, and he's gonna keep coming back and doing that, and he's gonna be there. So that's the thing, man. Don't hesitate to appreciate. We're here to talk style and fly shit, but guess what? It starts with the character and that fly energy, man. So you always got to put that fly energy out there. You want to be that dude, that dude, the charismatic dude who's, even if you're not outgoing and shit like that, whenever you meet somebody, how are you inquire about them, ask how they are, how their day went. It's okay to take interest in people, even if it's on the surface level. You always, whenever you meet somebody, even if it's in passing, you got to be able to inquire how they're doing, how their day's going, and things like that. Because at the end of the day, it shows care in people and it shows quality character. And yo, love is free, man. Love is free, man. You gotta fly energy is free, man. You gotta put that out there. It will come back to you.
Oh, big bro, you here, LDA?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on to these top-notch panelists?
LDA,
Yo,
what's up, big homie?
Jesse, and Alpha
What's going on, brother?
What's going on? Y'all talking my language on here, flyness, this being fly and style. And I seen something in the chat room. I want to make sure I wasn't here, so I want to make sure I'm understanding. What was it about the sunglasses again?
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I think
this.
All right, well, I seen it, but see, it matters what kind of sunglasses you wear.
Okay. Wearing sunglasses at night, but lame personality. I mean, no. I mean, yeah, don't be whack wearing sunglasses with no whack with no personality, wearing sunglasses inside. That's the thing. Some people wear sunglasses because of insecurities. Maybe they're not comfortable or so. But guess what? There's always a certain mystique with sunglasses, right? Sometimes if I'm out in public, I don't want to give out myself to everybody, man. I'll keep that sunglasses on, man. Sometimes you got to protect that energy, right? And you give certain people access to that energy. Right. So sunglasses, it could be a slippery slope. I see that. I mean, for functionality, yes, you wear sunglasses during the day when the sun is out. But sometimes you want to be on your extra flash shit. You know, I'm not in the mood today, but I need to go out and be social, and I got to limit my interaction. So you might come off as a bit arrogant or cocky, but if somebody sees you and you're super fly and you're reserved, and they take offense to you being reserved, that's more about them and their insecurity, man. You don't internalize that, and you interact with the people you want to interact with. That's all it comes down to. But yo, I mean, I wouldn't do sunglasses indoors as much, but I don't mind. I'm not opposed to it, man.
Right. It matters to me. It matters what kind of sunglasses. I have a particular sunglasses that are, they cost me a lot of money, so they fit. They don't reveal my eyes. So I wear them because it fits my whole outfit and what I'm doing. I actually wore them in Vegas. So when I was out, it added to who I was, and it added to that mystique that I wanted to have when I was with the particular young ladies that I was with, and actually the company I was with. So it depends on how you wear it. And if you got some glasses you got at Walmart, or you got them at, at the gas station, there's a difference.
Yeah, but LDA, they say the eyes are the windows to the soul, right?
Right.
So even if I'm out in public and I come across a beautiful lady and I'm interacting with her, I'm chopping it up with her, we have to get to a certain level of comfort in conversation before those sunglasses come off, because I'm not even sure if you're worthy of peeking into my soul yet. So that comes to the harsh reality of it. Sometimes you're using it to filter people out. So
of course, and that's definitely what it's used for. I use it, like I said, as a way to mystique, but it also fits the outfit I'm wearing. So I'm not sure what else you guys were talking about with style. And then I heard about tipping. Tipping is so important. I never forget when I was in Georgia, I went to I can't think of the name of this restaurant. It's like a cafeteria style.
Yeah.
And so you get your food and everything like that, and then the waitress come out and she serves your drink. And so what I did was that day, I never forgot, I put down $20 for the waitress. And I was in South Atlanta, and in sort of a rural side of Atlanta. And I ate my food and I tipped her. She raced outside, said, "You left this money there." I said, "No, I didn't leave that money.
That's your money.
That's yours." And she broke down and started crying. Sometimes we don't know our generosity for someone else can make their day, but it also shows, like I think EO was saying, that your ability to live in a place of abundance. So it only adds to what's only. See, most people think style is in the clothes you wear and everything. No, style starts before you even put on one thread of clothes. It starts with what's on the inside of you.
That fly energy within. That's what
right.
we're talking it up about. That fly energy within. And like you were saying, yo, you know what's crazy? That lady's internet bill could have been $40, and maybe you have saved her half a bill or something like that. That's what we don't recognize. These little things that adds up to people in the service industry, man. So saying, be gracious in your approach and everything you do, man. You want to be, you want to be a representation of that fly shit, man. Whatever, you want to be a vessel for whatever is right in this world, man. You want that representation. Oh man, that man looks good. He's dressed right. But yo, the attitude that comes with it, man, the gracefulness that comes with it, man. The benevolence and all of that, man. That's more beautiful than anything else, man. So yeah, that's something you got to think about.
But I do got a question for both of y'all. I'm gonna start with you. You there?
Yeah, brother. I was muted just listening to you guys, man. Yeah, let me
Okay.
hear it, brother.
So you both. I watched both of you guys. I think I seen Jesse's Instagram. I see when you come on here, What was the tipping point, or where did you get your sense of style, or walk into your own sense of style? Was it a copy from somebody else, or when you know you like I'm in my groove? If that makes sense, my question.
It makes perfect sense. I would say that we are all inspired by something. For anybody to say
Mhm.
you're not inspired by something, you're just being foolish. I mean, I am the extension of many great men before me. And like, I can tell you that right now, even just like actors that that were idols of mine growing up, looking at style like Clark Gable. I'm a big fan of Clark Gable, not just the way he dressed, but how he would look at a woman, how he would conduct himself. If you ever study Clark Gable, if you want to look at some real game in action, go YouTube Clark Gable. He's an actor from the 50s. And I know LDA knows who that is, among many other actors. Even Denzel Washington. When I look at Denzel walk, I even did a video on how to walk like Denzel Washington. Take a look at the way Denzel just moves himself, how he floats when he walks, and how he speaks with such confidence. For me, I would say that within the last 24 months have I truly settled into being an individual. I would say up until that point, I was the extension of many great men before me, whether they knew me or not, whether they were deceased or not. I studied other great men with swag, with character, that were great actors. I even think I'm a great actor. I'll be honest with you. That's why I've been so good with women too, because I can become what is necessary in the moment to provide the ultimate experience for who I'm dealing with. Whether it be a man, whether it be LDA, whether it be Afi King, whether it be Jesse, whether it be any man in this chat room, I have the ability to adapt and become to what is necessary in this movement or in this situation for the highest good necessary in this particular situation. So I would say the last 2 years, I actually became less showy in the last 2 years. If you guys take a look at me when I first started my YouTube channel, I was extremely showy. And it was part of that was trying to make a name for myself and trying to attract an audience. Now that I've become, I would say, more authentic. I wouldn't say when I started this channel, my channel, which was about 2 years ago, I was my most authentic. As of right now, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I rock a robe. I chill when a woman comes over. I'm in a robe, no doubt about it. I wear very simple clothing now. The fit is on point. The haircut is very important to me. But I would say that I am less flashy now because I am more dependent on my true character as a man. My mouthpiece is, I would say, the best it's ever been. My ability to service the people that I'm with is the best it's ever been in my life. I am no longer going to just take. I have realized that in order to, gain friendships, connect with new business partners, to even connect with a woman that I'm interested in, I must become what is necessary to supply what this situation needs.
Yeah, my connection. I call Kim and my connection dropped temporarily. EO, you done with your answer?
Yeah, I'm done, man. So just in summary, I said a lot there because I'm always self-evaluating. Every single day I'm asking myself, how was yesterday? What did I do yesterday? Where was my mindset yesterday? Where was was I more logical than emotional? Was I desperate for anything? I always ask myself, never be desperate, never be in a place of desperation, always be in a place of inspiration.
Never,
So that is that.
you never operate from a position of weakness. Always operate, regardless of what is in your pocket, what you're going through. Always operate from a position of power, man. Because with
Yeah,
desperation, you're gonna do something drastic at the moment. You might make a decision that is good for you within that moment, but in the long term, it will cost you a lot, man.
yeah.
This story, I don't think I've even told anybody about this story, but one time I just got back from vacation. I just finished work and I was gonna go to the gym and go work out. And we used to have dudes that come door to door to knock on your door, and people, door salesmen. So I'm about to go to the gym, and I hear a knock on my door. I go open the door, and it's two dudes out there. I was like, "Hey, we're with provincial water company. We're thinking about, water filters." He gave me the whole spiel, whatever. I'm listening. Said provincial. I'm like, okay, sounds legit. So he's like, yeah, we want to contract. Yo, we want to come install water filter. You get rebates back for the filters, all of that. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. If I get rebate, that means like my gas usage will be low, my hot water tank usage will be low, all of that. Bet. So right there, he's like, yeah, it's a contract for 60 months, blah blah blah. I'm like, wait, I didn't do the math. 60 months. 60 months is like damn near. It's not even 60 months. It's over. Like, yeah, I think it was a long time. So at the end of the day, long story short, I made a rash decision right on the spot, signed a contract, and I ended up signing a contract, which cost me $70 extra monthly. They ended up charging me $70, and that rebate wasn't true. And yeah, I'm stuck in a contract for like the next 10 years on my gas bill simply because I didn't take the time to sit down and reevaluate everything. I'm a smart guy, but at the same time, like, it was one of those where I'm in a rush to go somewhere. This sounds good. Okay, let me just pen it. And these are like growing pains and mistakes you make. And I think I was 24 then. That was a mistake I made. So since then, it's always been like, yo, whenever I'm going to put my signature on anything, I make sure I sleep on every decision. I'm never gonna make a decision at the moment or on the spot unless there's a gun to my head. Even with that, I'm still gonna have to think about it. So that's a lesson on like not doing. It wasn't desperation at the same point, but it was a rash decision. So never rush decisions and always sleep on them, man. Sleep on them, get inspired, and make sure you're not operating position of from a position of desperation or just from an uninspired position. So that's just a
So,
quick
so what, Jets? This was my question. So, what took you to get what was your inspiration for
for my
embracing
style
style?
journey. Oh yeah, so basically, like I said, I was transitioning from boy to man. It got to a point where, okay, I'm done school. I got that job that gets me money. I got money in my pocket. I got my own spot. I'm done school. I'm the man right now, but my clothes aren't showing me that I'm the man. And at that time, IG was becoming popular, so you could see a lot of inspiration through people on social media. So right there, okay, I started crafting my style. Let me try this. Let me try that. And then also, you come across maybe a celebrity or somebody who has a style that you like. You start emulating that, and then you start developing your own taste. You go through the flashy stage where you think loud clothes and things like that are style, but in reality, it's not. And then it's always a constant journey of evolution. And then as time goes on, you start discovering men in the past who've done it great and who you would like to do it like, or maybe take a bit from their game. You look at guys like Porfirio Rubirosa. Like Ruby Rosa is somebody everybody got to look like. If you want to talk game, like pure game and people with taste, Porfirio Rubirosa. He was a Cuban, yeah, he was a Dominican diplomat. He grew up in France and then he went back during Trujillo's Trujillo's regime in Dominican, and they made him an ambassador. And he had impeccable taste, dated multiple beautiful women, and he dated heiresses. Man, they'll buy him planes, they'll buy him ponies, they'll buy him horses to play polo with, and all of that. He had great, impeccable taste, but that's somebody you look at, and you go back in the day. You look at French New Wave films, like films from like the '60s in France. You see the way the men dress impeccably. You look at guys like Cary Grant and To Catch a Thief, how they dress. You look at guys like Picasso. You see guys in scenarios and how they dress. Picasso is the king of casual style and things like that. So you start seeing people like that. You take tidbits from their game and you apply it to yourself. So it's always finding inspiration, always constantly seeking inspiration, applying it to yourself and what makes you comfortable, and then you find yourself through all of that.
I'm glad I asked. I think a lot of guys don't know how it's the evolution of who you are. There's something about interesting fact you mentioned. You mentioned Clark Gable. I just did a study on him about 2 months ago, and it was interesting fact. I think he came from Ohio, but he went out to California and was a woman, older woman, who sort of groomed him to get him ready for to go into the acting field. She got his teeth fixed. She got his style together as far as with his hair, and they had a whatever, they might have got married or whatever the case may be, but then he divorced and started going with other women. You know how it goes. But my point was his whole journey was interesting. But I had another question. I know you be sort of flowing, but another question. What tip would you guys give to a guy who has no kind of fashion sense, no kind of coordination with colors, don't know his body type, anything like that?
Honestly, I would say start in the gym, get your confidence through having your body in great shape. And what's crazy is once your body's in good shape, you can throw on like a medium V-neck or crew neck shirt, and you look amazing in that. And you throw on some tapered jeans, some low cut sneakers, and you look great. It's nothing over the top, but you look great, and you start there. And at that point, you start your exploration. Or at the same time too, you could look at the man and see he looks amazing, or somebody, maybe a celebrity who's like maybe a similar height, body type, or shape. Let's say you're Idris Elba's height and you like the way he dresses. Maybe you could, maybe you could experiment with that, or go into a store, try on some clothes that you've seen on him, take pictures of it, see how it looks, put it on the internet, put it on IG, see what feedback you get. That's the thing. You don't got to go and buy the wild shit. You could literally go to a store, try some shit on, take a mirror, literally take a selfie in the change room, put it up and see the response you're getting, and see how you feel about that response, that validation, that external validation you're getting. If you like the validation and you're comfortable in those clothes, you proceed and you see what works for you. Just it's always a game of exploration and experimentation.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I would say, when I'm coaching my guys, I always want to get a picture of them. First and foremost, I always say, send me a picture of you. I got to take a look at you, because your haircut could be all wrong. There's been guys that I've coached, and be based on their face shape, their hair is all wrong for them. So then I, on the other hand, will suggest a different hairstyle by sending them an illustration or something like that. They'll go get their hair done, their hair cut the way I suggest, and they come back. They have so much confidence. They're like, "Damn, I didn't even think that I would look good with this haircut," and now they have confidence. I would say every guy needs to have a nice watch too. It doesn't have to be a Rolex. It doesn't have to be super expensive. It can be expensive. It can be, but I would say I always notice a man's watch. Always. It doesn't matter what he has on. He could have on Nike apparel. He could have on all Nike or athletic apparel. But if I see his watch, it tells me a lot about him. Is his watch, the condition of his shoes. The condition of his shoes is very, very, very important. Even sunglasses. I know LDA and Jesse, of course, and Afi, they're big advocates of style through eyewear. Very, very important, those things too. But the main thing, and to support Jesse's initial comment, the body, man. The body takes care of a lot of issues. Like he said, even your own posture, how you sit, how you stand, how you move, how you go to pick something up. These are all things that guys may or may not even be thinking about, but just even how you do some of the most subtle things in your life. Someone is watching you, especially a woman is watching you. She's watching how you do everything, how you sign a check, how you sign something, how you handle your card, how you go into your wallet. How does your wallet look? Is it all jacked up? Is it tearing apart? Do you have a bunch of stuff in it, a bunch of receipts in it that shouldn't be in there? These are the things I'm telling you guys. It's just the little things. A lot of the time people think they got to go out there and do these big things. It's the little things. Always the why too. Why do you do anything? Why do you do anything? It's very, very important to understand the why.
I know modern day life is there. You modern day life,
Modern life dating.
dating. I'm sorry.
Modern life dating. MLD, what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, bro. So
Just
the
chilling.
is why is having style more than what the fuck did I say? Why having style is more important than having swagger. So you could touch on that, agree with it, disagree with it, and we'll flow.
Why having style is more important than swagger? You think so?
I think so, but it's however you feel, say it.
Hold on, my little robot that's cleaning my floor just messed up. 1 second.
So it's interesting that you said that about the little things. I never forgot when I was with one of my mentor in New York, and he has a Rolls Royce, and he stopped me. Said, "You do not enter a Rolls Royce like you enter another car." I said,
Fact.
"What?" I said, "What do you mean?" See, you do not enter it a Rolls Royce like you enter a Toyota. And he said, what you do is you have to sit down, you tap your feet, then you scoot in, and then allow the person to close the door for you. I wasn't used to. I'm from around the corner from Bone Thugs and Harmony. What I know about some Rolls Royce, but it's all about different etiquettes and knowing what to do in those situations. You know what I mean? And if you don't know that, look, like you said, the little things. How do you enter a Rolls Royce versus entering a Toyota? It's a completely different thing. But if you don't pay attention to the details, you will miss it. So it's like you said, it's the little details that make the difference, even in style and everything that you do. Just something.
Yep. And check this out. I'll say one last thing. I remember there was this one time this girl came to my crib and she slammed my door real hard. Like when she was coming in, she came in after me. And when she shut my door, she like slammed my door. It's my exterior door, not my car door. Like I'm sorry, my home door, my entry door to get in my home. And I remember I thought to myself, damn, this bitch lacks a certain gracefulness that I'm looking for. Like she should have shut my door different. She slammed my door. And I was thinking, okay, so if she comes in here, she gonna be slapping my toilet seat, slamming my cabinets, and you ain't gonna be coming in here slamming shit. So so that's why I'm telling you, it's like everything you do should be graceful. It should be purposeful. You should know why you're doing it. There should be a specific reason as to why you're doing anything. And like he said, you don't get in a Rolls Royce like you would get in a Ford Escort. It's a totally different experience. You got to get in that motherfucker with some class. And I completely agree with that shit.
He's spot on, man. I hate when those girls. I used to have a Cadillac when I lived in the States. Nothing crazy. It was just like a CTS. But sometimes these girls would slam the door, and I'd be like, "Hey, listen, like, this ain't a Honda Civic, babe. Like, don't be slamming my door, you uncivilized barbarian. Like, have some class in here." Then, I totally agree with you. It just a lot of people don't read into people's mannerisms. A person is constantly telling you who they are. It's just up to you if you're listening or not. They're telling you with their body language. They're telling you with the way they speak. They're telling you with the way they treat people, especially how they treat the wait staff at a restaurant. That's something right there. If the person's nasty to the people or rude, inconsiderate, you can tell that person, not a lot of good, positive situational awareness. Now, going back to the question that Afi initially asked me was style versus swagger. In what context? Are you talking about just with getting women or life in general?
It's however you want to take it. That's why it's a panel. So because we didn't already mixed it up. We've been chopping game for a little bit. So, hey man, somebody just came and left. Who did I lose?
No, Steph. Steph is cold.
Oh, there we go.
But I would say this.
There ain't no right answer. It ain't that type of debate. You feel me?
I know you don't want to get me riled up, right?
No, we just chilling, man. Just 2 hours before this.
I would say personally, I think swagger is more important because I've met some simps with good style. I don't know if y'all ever like meet dudes from Paris or whatever, but some of these French dudes, they got some amazing style, but I don't know, Parisians really, they're just real pompous people, and just their attitude in general turns me off. Like I knew a guy, he always wore nice suits, tailored, good stuff, relatively good fashion, but I mean, this guy was blue pill to the bone. And, a guy like somebody's saying it in the chat. And I think the ultimate fashion accessory every man can have is a sexy body. Okay. You could put on a fucking wife beater from Walmart, but if you have a good V taper, you got good shoulders, you got good chest, you got good arms, you got abs, or not necessarily abs, but at least your stomach's flat on each side. You're not muffin topping out. That in itself is huge. But the ultimate is having a hot body plus having good fashion plus having swagger. If you have that, then you're the creme de la creme. You're the kind of guy that you walk into a room and you don't even want to draw attention but people pay attention to you. They want to talk to you. You're just magnetic. And a great way to stand out in the United States is like, obviously I'm an American, but I live in Tokyo now. Americans are notoriously known around the world for having pretty bad fashion, right? And then also for being fat, right? So especially in America, as the society gets more out of shape, if you want to stand out in a positive way, shred up and just get your fashion on point. And you don't need to be wearing expensive brands or whatever. Like I'm wearing like a, $10 Fila hat right now. And this jacket I scored from Urban Outfitters in Florida. This is like $150 jacket, but I got it for $40 because in Florida it doesn't get cold. So I just copped it real quick at the mall. And it's been paying dividends for me for, good Lord, close to 4 years now. So it doesn't take much to look good. It just has to be done with a purpose. Don't just, like a lot of guys, they put on wrinkled clothing, or they don't care about what they wear, or they don't try stuff on and see how they feel, right? That's a big thing. When you put something on and you feel good, you look at yourself and like, damn, I look good according to your own standards. Then that's when you carry this like invincible aura around with you. So, I mean, I personally, I dress flashy, right? I have like zebra print shirts. I love animal prints, right? I think one of the greatest fashion icons is Deion Sanders in the 90s. I love the way that man dressed. And, I dress a little I dress a little flashy, but it's just who I am, right? I've got, obviously I wear 2 gold chains. I wear the Rolex, and, everything fits well, make sure I look well. Because, you have to adapt to your surroundings too. Cause like in Japan, especially in Tokyo is like one of the fashion capitals of Asia. If you go to the Harajuku district, if you guys know about like that, that niche fashion stuff. So it's absolutely imperative if you want to be a man who really is like shooting for that top tier lifestyle. You want to be in that, you want to be making more than $100,000 a year. You want to have more than multiple women, more than one woman at your disposal. You want to be, up there rubbing shoulders with the elites. You got to take care of your fashion. It's just inevitable.
Fire game, Jonathan.
Thank you, sir.
Who just came out? Let me put it.
Steph is cold.
Steph, check in, Steph. Where you at? Oh.
He's on mode.
I'm right here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good? What's going on, Steph?
Hey, what up, everybody? What's good, everybody on the panel, man? What's good with it?
What's up, Steph? How you doing, bro?
Straight from the gym or what?
Nah, I just landed at my mom's house, man. I'm just visiting my mom right now.
What you think more important, style or swag, or what's your take on it, all in general?
Swag, man.
Swag. See,
yeah, any nigga can have style, man. Like all you gotta do is just hire a motherfucker to put this suit together and teach a nigga how to dress. But how can he wear it? How can he walk with it? How he talk with it? You know what I'm saying? How his swagger is, bro. That's what women. That's what men gravitate towards. Women gravitate towards your swagger, your energy, man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the suit. It's the man that wear the suit, man. You could wear a tailored suit like Modern Life Dating was saying. You could wear the suit, but if you as the man don't make the suit look cold, then it's you just style. You know what I'm saying? I think swagger is much more important, man. And like everybody on the panel was saying, you ain't gotta wear expensive brands. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta wear Louis Vuitton or Versace. Do keep some nice shoes on you, though, and a nice watch, like EO was saying. Shout out to EO, man. I see you, bro. I see you. What up, Jesse?
What's up,
baby?
How you doing, brother, man? I haven't had a chance
Modern
to
Life
talk
Day.
with
What's
you,
going
man.
on,
Good to
everybody?
see you, bro.
What up, dude?
Family.
Like a nice watch and some shoes, man. And you got a body. Like the body is everything. Like that's what I even preach on my channel. Like you get your physique in order, bro. You can wear anything. You can look cold in anything. Like anything. Like you can wear a V-neck from Walmart and some black jeans and some loafers and look amazing. Like you can look crazy. My style, I'm young, so I like Jordans, I like Louis Vuitton shoes, I like loafers. Jesse helped me out with a couple outfits before, but You know, like I like to switch up my style, you know. But like as far as like the swagger, that's the man himself. That's his energy. That's him. You know, and you can teach any man style, you know, but how he wears that, man, that has everything to do with his swagger. And I think swagger is much more important. That's just my opinion, man. I think swagger is much more important.
Yeah, you know
You
what?
know,
Shout out.
you can't fake that, man. You can't fake your swagger, bro. You just
Yeah.
can't. It's your energy.
Yep. Very true.
You know, shout out to Steph, man. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
But yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. Shout out to the panel though, man. Just
I don't
want
know
to
if I
check in with everybody, man. It's good to see everybody on the panel. Good vibes, good energy, no hating, just positive, man. That's what I like to see, man. And we need more of that. That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Provide with you with that. We're gonna provide you with that. We just finished a fly ass panel, man.
And look at this tunnel right now, man. It's fly, a bunch of legendaries. I'm not including myself, bro. I'm not. I'm a youngin,
Hey,
man. Y'all OGs. I'm
yeah.
22.
Hey, Afi, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. I want to. Hey,
Yeah.
Steph,
I'm
how
gonna
you
let y'all
doing,
go
brother?
though, man. I just wanted to chop it up with you,
Yeah,
Hoppy.
man. Hey, one thing Steph said that I want to really, really highlight, which she was 100% true. And then actually, I told a client this the other day. I said, in a lot of ways, fashion and like being fashionable is like for the woman. Like it's for the woman. Like it's your job to be the man, masculine. That doesn't mean that you can't be fashionable. That doesn't mean that. I still say the clothes got to be on point, the walk, the behavior, the leadership, the assertiveness, the tone of voice, how you direct her, how you walk into a room, how you even look at her. Like the man's behavior's got to be on point first. The, let the woman dress up and go with the extra mile with the accessories and all that stuff. As a matter of fact, she even wants that. Let her have that shit. But like for the man, it's gotta be the behavior on point. And even like modern live dating said, which she was 100% true. You know, anybody can put on nice clothes. I know a lot of dorks in nice clothes. I know a lot of simp ass dudes in nice clothes, and they go home alone. But there's a guy right down at the end of the bar with a flat bill hat on, with some Jordans, with fucking swag and masculine energy, and he doesn't give a fuck about what anybody thinks in that place. And that's who the woman is going home with. So it's just very important that you understand that if you get the man shit down right first, the fashions will take care of itself.
Fire gang. Anybody want to touch on that?
No. Just make sure if you got the money, tailor your clothing. That's a big difference there too.
Yeah, that's facts. It don't cost as much as you think.
Nope.
You can take it to the cleaners. It's not gonna break the bank, but you're gonna get good results out of it.
It's never a bad thing to invest in yourself. If you're a man on your purpose and you're trying to get yourself sorted out, you know, a lot of guys like, I don't know, man, like stop nickel and diming yourself through life, especially yourself. One of the biggest things you could do negatively to yourself is, you know, nickel and diming your own development and your own progress. You know, the big thing that I see a lot of guys do is like they always want to try to save some money here or get this discount there. Like you could shop smart. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, you know, some of the guys they'll go, you know, they don't mind spending $100 at the bar or $100 on weed or $100 on whatever drug they're doing, right? $100 a week, that's $400 a month, where you could take that money and strategically purchase and build up a wardrobe, right? You know, I just went and had a luxury dinner the other night in one of the best hotels in Tokyo, right? It's called the Peninsula. It was wonderful, right? The dinner for two was like about $570. I went there wearing a Calvin Klein suit that I got for $100, right? But I had it tailored, and then to top it off, I had the swagger to match with it. And everybody was hitting me up like, yo, what is that suit? Where did you buy that suit? It looks so expensive. I got it at Men's Warehouse while I was on vacation in Florida, just happening to pass through the shop and saw it. And the, I like the name of the material. It has like this dark, like gray, silver, like sheen to it. And the name of the material was shark skin. And then the guy who was like helping me size up, he was like this OG dude, and he's like, you should get this suit. It works out well. And I was like, yeah. Suit was $100. It cost me $75 to tailor the suit, but it didn't. The suit itself was only $100. So you don't need to break the bank. But what has that done for me in return? I wore that suit when I was closing deals, when I was working at my previous job where I had to wear a suit. I wear that suit to upcoming future events that we're going to be doing when I'm a speaker. And then I've wore it on dates, and I wore it on also photo shoots that I've had. So, $100 plus $75, that right there has opened so many doors for me financially, socially, sexually, and status wise, compared to guys who want to go buy, $100 worth of weed a week or a month, right? Or you want to buy a bottle of Hennessy, or you want to pop a bottle at the club. You're doing all these things, but you still don't have the things that you really want, which is more money, more respect, and more women, right? So don't be afraid to invest in yourself, and don't have a scarcity mindset with money. Money is everywhere. It's 2020, and if you're watching this, you're probably in America. I mean, there's money and opportunity and abundance everywhere. The problem is you don't have the eyes to see it, or you don't have the skills to get it. But in today's day and age, you could sit down in front of YouTube 4 or 5 hours a day and learn a high value skill that you can easily trade for make $10,000 a month. You're without excuse. And I say this. I'm not like I don't come from money. A lot of people think I'm like some kind of trust fund baby. We grew up poor. My mom's an immigrant from Trinidad and Tobago. She came here with no papers. My dad got her pregnant, and then he left. He dipped out. When I was 15, he died. We grew up poor, dirt poor. At one point, we had to live in our car for a little bit, right? So if I could pull this off, I mean, I'm no better than you. I had the same access. I didn't go to like Harvard or any of these things. I had to pay my way through school. I had to pay my way through college. I had to pay my way to get here to Tokyo. I paid my way to build my fucking internet business that I have now. So, just know that, there's really no excuse. I mean, the opportunity is equally there for everybody. It's just up to those who want to work hard and take it and put in the hours and make it happen. Now I'm living life on fucking easy mode. I wake up when I want to wake up. I sleep when I want to sleep. I got a bunch of girls that love me. I mean, I have, my choice of going to restaurants, doing whatever the hell I want. Like, nobody's barking down my throat. Nobody's, shouting orders at me. I'm the man of my own kingdom. And I'm only 34 years old. 34 for a man is still very, very young.
Very young.
So that's just my piece. I want to say that as a message of encouragement to all the guys out there, that if I could pull it off, I mean, if you got the internet, if you're watching me right now, you have everything you need to get where you want. YouTube University. That's it.
I got a question when you said something. How important to each one of you guys is to have that one go-to suit?
For sure. You got to. You gotta have the one you're like, I know I look sexy in this thing.
That is your cheat code. That is your shining armor. Every night you got that shining armor. That go-to suit where, I'm going to this important meeting. Let me throw this on. Let me boost that extra confidence, and let's go to war. That shining armor, you put that on. Okay, now it's time to go. I'm ready to dance, and you know what? I'm ready to go toe to toe with anybody in this world. Every man should have that suit that they could throw on and feel like they could stand toe to toe with anybody in any boardroom and go to war, and literally communicate their point, communicate their value across, and show what value to bring to the table, and don't leave without a deal. And that's the thing. You always got to have that suit. And trust me, it's out there for you. You just need to go find it. There's always that suit that you throw on that will make you feel like no matter who I am in front, or the group of people I'm in front, I'm able to communicate my value effectively and show them what I bring to the table, and I'm not leaving without a deal because of that. So very, very important, man. It's not a go-to just in the case because it's easy to throw on. It's just go-to because of the confidence it inspires in you. Because that's the thing, it amplifies who you are. It's literally like a loudspeaker. So you throw it on, and it speaks volume of who you are, and you know that it's being communicated, and you can walk into any room and dominate and communicate who you are. Show that you belong anywhere at any time. So yes, it's very, very important. At this point, it's a cheat code in life. Everybody needs to find that suit.
I completely. I
Okay,
can't say that.
let me.
Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You know, I want to mention one thing that we haven't mentioned yet. It will most likely would have came up. Your underwear, guys. Your underwear has to be on point. Like you can't have no nice ass suit on and then take them pants off. And you got some like jacked up ass underwear. Like it's gotta be everything, even like a woman's thong. I'm very particular about how a woman's undergarments look. If you got some old ass thong on, shit, I don't know if I can fuck with you. So like, so for me, I always tell men. Again, it comes back to the body game and everything else, but make sure you get some nice draws too. Your underwear are nice; they fit good. You look sexy in them. You're confident in them because a woman looks at that thing too. So just don't sleep on the. You gotta get them draws right.
Man, that's something you say that, man. I did a men's conference call about 5 years ago, and I talked to the men the importance of not having holes in your drawers and having holes in your socks.
Yeah, as a grown man, if you have holes in your underwear and your socks, you got bigger issues.
Good lord, is that something people are dealing with?
Yes.
No, like it's universal. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You
Yeah.
guys can go to Ross and you can get a 3-pack of Lucky Brand underwear for $20. Lucky Brand, their jeans are like anywhere between, if you get a cheap pair of jeans, they're $100, but their top end jeans are up to like $400 or $500. Girls know brands too, man. And you know, I mean,
Even
you
if
don't
you want to
necessarily.
keep it simple, you could do Calvin's.
Yeah, you could. I was about to say the exact same thing right there. You can keep it simple and just do the Calvin Kleins, and you need to be replacing your underwear every 6 months, boys, maximum. I mean, you know, again, stop nickel and diming yourself through life.
Right.
The better you treat yourself, the better life's going to treat you.
That's facts right there. And even what the holes in the socks. That's one of the biggest pet peeves I have. No man should have a hole in the sock because you never know when you got to take your shoe off, or you're going to try a shoe on, or you're going to the young lady's house, or she's and then up your big toe is coming through.
Oh Lord,
So that is the most. It's the most embarrassing thing because I've seen it happen to a lot of guys. Like I had to go to dance class last Saturday. Well, because it was snowing here, I couldn't wear my shoes. So I had to I had on my socks. They were color socks. Thank God I don't have any holes in my socks, or I would have been embarrassed dancing that day with the young ladies because I had a hole in my sock. It's all about most time guys miss the detail things, the small things. Now, what do you guys think about like with jewelry or accessories, like far as with like bracelets, rings, things like that?
Men barely have like a large selection of jewelry to choose from. So I mean, you always got to utilize them when you can, man. Pinky rings, bracelets, watches. I mean, whatever you're comfortable with, definitely, man. Jewelry is important, man. Like accessories, always they add to it, right? Some people might not like to do it too much. Maybe somebody would only do a watch. He wouldn't do a watch and bracelet. It all comes down to your comfort level, but you always got to use them to amplify what you're wearing. It's important. Little details like that.
Thanks. RPC, what you think, bro?
Yo, shout out to everybody on the panel. Jesse, Motu, you know what I mean? LDA, Motu, what up, man? EO, what's up, man? So it was good hearing from you. But yeah, man, I've been listening to you guys, man. All y'all been dropping some fire game, man. Everything you've been saying is the truth. What I wanted to emphasize was the shoe game. I mean, y'all spoke on the shoe game. But I just wanted to emphasize like how the shoe game, as far as like boom, as far as the females are concerned, I've been told by several females. That's one of the first things that they notice on a man is the type of shoes that they're wearing. One, the type of shoes they're wearing, and to see, like I think EO said it, how worn down their shoes are. I mean, I even had a chick tell me that she be checking dude's heels to see if he drives or if he walks. You know what I mean? If he doesn't have that little wearing on the inside right shoe, then that tells that chick that he's probably not driving. He's probably taking the bus or whatever, or the train or whatever the case may be. Besides that, when it comes to style, man, I think like you guys said it before, you have to kind of know yourself. You know what I mean? Because something that I have in my wardrobe is colors. I don't just wear your regular black, white, red. You know what I mean? Like I might have like a salmon colored outfit or something in my wardrobe. I might have something yellow. You know what I'm saying? And everything's for the season. I wouldn't wear something yellow every all throughout the year. But yeah, definitely be comfortable with yourself. Something that you guys said earlier that I think is very very important, and I can't stress it enough, is that you guys have to work out. Like I'm not a dude that's in the gym all the time, but I like to do my calisthenics, pull up, push ups, deadlifts, and Jesse was right. When you working out, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to be, what I'm saying, lifting crazy weights, but it improves your confidence. The way that I walk, like he said, my chest normally pops out without me thinking. That's from me doing like like pull ups and stuff like that. I mean, so your walk will change. You know what I'm saying, the way you sit, the way you stand, all that stuff will change, and the women will notice that. And let me say this, let me emphasize this also. When we talk about style game and all that, because you guys said it before, it's not only about seducing or getting the attention of a female. Now, I mean, like you might be wearing something and dude might be like, "Yo, fam, like, yo, that's a fly watch you got right there, fam. Yo, where you get that from?" Now we starting a conversation like you guys said. Now you might have a new business partner. You might find out that he does the same. He's in the same industry as you, but that conversation started from your style. You know what I mean, from the stuff you're wearing, which is something I touched on when I was did my bait video. You want to talk about accessories? People may think of bracelets and chains and stuff like that. That's true, but what I'll say is your bracelet and chain does not have to be gold or silver. Like my chains, my bracelet, they're not all gold and silver. Like my bracelets that I have, it's like made out of like lime and like tiger eye, like all different type of stones. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is a conversation starter because most people have metal on their wrist, and I have the opposite of that. Even my watch that I have, you could ask my Motu brethren that met me in Vegas. I have a watch made out of all wood. All wood. How many people you see wearing a watch made of all wood? So boom, conversation starter. Whether it be for a male, female, job interview, you know what I mean? Your style even comes into getting a job. When you go to a job, you gotta not dress like you go to the club, but you gotta dress in a way where they know, like, okay, this guy's put together. You know what I mean? Oh, this guy could coordinate. Cause I remember my favorite outfit that I used to like to wear to job interviews is like this slate gray. It's like a slate gray suit that I had, but it had like faint baby blue pinstripes in the shit. You know what I mean? You could see it, but you could barely see it. So it was like a hint of baby blue, and then I would put a fucking a baby blue shirt on with a coffee colored mauve type tie on with the tie matching the shoes. Bro, who you see wearing gray, blue, and brown? You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I walk in, they're like, yo, hold on. Yo, who the fuck is this guy? Yo, look what the fuck he's wearing. So yeah, man, you can make a statement with anything and everything that you wear, man. Even down to the socks. I seen LDA in Vegas. I didn't tell LDA this, man, but LDA's sock game is on fucking point, man. Every time that man sat down, I was like, what the fuck? This nigga socks, yo. Like, oh shit. I mean, I didn't say anything at the time, but just know, LDA, I peeped your sock game, man. So if I could notice something like that, imagine what the chicks see, man, because they're not looking at the big hat that somebody might be wearing or the big jacket. Like EO says, the little things, the type of ring you wearing. Like, yo, when I went to fucking Costa Rica, man, I had a particular ring, man, this lion ring. Yo, everybody listening, when she saw my ring, I say about 3 minutes into her, like, asking me about my ring, she started crying. Okay? I have a particular chain that's about, it's a bird that represents Heru. I broke the history down of that. She was crying even more, like, oh my God, what you're saying is this is mind blowing, and the ring you have, it reminds me of this, and that's all for my accessories, man. So be mindful of what you're wearing, man. Step out of the crowd. Don't be a conformist, man. Be brave. I mean, find your own style. So that's what I say about that.
And let me say something about my sock game. So most guys, we're talking about style and everything, and I believe in having quality things. I went to Target and got those socks for $4.99.
I believe it.
a pack, $4.99. It's knowing how to shop strategically, not for cheap things, but things that are quality, but also looks good. $4.99. I got those socks. I get so many compliments on them. The other thing I want to say is too, on the flip side, I was at a meeting last week for my job for new program I'm going to do. So everybody was there, and I was dressed in how I dress. I wasn't dressed in my normal uniform. There was a young lady there. She looked it cold. Body was banging, beautiful, and all the guys was drooling over her. I ended up approaching her, talking to her. Immediately, one thing turned me off about her. She didn't have on stockings, but her feet were not done. The back of her heel was crusty. And so I'm saying that for a reason for guys. You got to learn. If I can notice that about her, what are they noticing about you? It's not that you're looking for their validation. It's more of a sense, how are you really taking care of yourself? How are you really taking, are your nails clean? See, a lot of guys, I do HVAC work at a hospital. My nails are constantly clean. When I go talk to the nurses, my breath is always fresh.
Yes.
My breath is always fresh. It's just the little things. You think, see, a lot of times we think style is, well, I got the tie. Yeah, I can rock all that. But it's just the little things. So when I talk to the nurses, my style is coming through with my breath, with my eye contact. It's all about the little things. I had this one lady mesmerized. She was gone. Nurse was gone because I had her in the clutches of just eye contact. So we talk about style. I have on a black uniform, but my style is so exuding out from within out that it caught her that she couldn't even move. It starts there. Style, as everyone has said on here, starts within and it works its way out. The other thing I want to make is some guys do need to go get some consultation. I think some guys do some consultation here on style. You need to talk to those guys because certain jeans you don't need to wear and certain shoes you don't need to wear because of how your body is shaped. And a lot of people don't know that. And so you wonder why you look like a box. It's because you got the wrong shoe on or you got the wrong kind of jean that don't fit your body type. You cannot wear cross colors in this time. I had to say cross colors. Everybody would know.
You did it yourself. You did it yourself.
I dated myself. You can't be wearing cross colors and you talking about, yeah, I'm about to shoot this guy. No. Your body type. Know your body type and what you can wear and what you cannot wear. I'm going to be quiet. Let the other gentleman talk.
That's smart. That's good stuff. I mean, yeah.
Let me tap in on that real quick. Know your body type. That hits home for me because I had to learn my body type. I would say I learned my body type in the last 2 years, man, 2-3 years, because I grew up in the '90s where everything is baggy, big this, big that. So I was accustomed to buying large, if not extra large. Depending on what the item is, I buy 2X. Now, mind you, I'm only like 6 feet 6'1". You know what I mean? So I'm not a huge dude. So but the thing about me is like I have like an ectomorph type body. You know what I mean? Where my torso is that of a medium person, but my arms are long enough to be a large or extra large. So I have to figure out how can I go about that? Because when I would buy a large shirt, like it wouldn't hug my torso, so it kind of make me look weird because my arms are kind of skinny, so it look like I have a big torso with skinny arms. So I had to realize, like, you know what? Like I have to start buying like medium shirts. Like that was different for me because, like I said, I grew up in an era where everything is baggy. Buy large this, large, extra large that. So for me to buy a small, maybe a small T-shirt or a medium sweater, like I had to get used to that because I realized, like, you know what? I want to show my body off more because around that time I started working out more. I saw like, I was losing fat, I was getting more muscle. So I was like, yo, why wouldn't I want to show this off? You know what I mean? So I go back to the working out. People got to work out. It actually builds your confidence up, man. It's going to give you the energy to want to have almost them to have no fear, man. Because if you're working out, you know what I'm saying? You eating good, you're building your mind right. Like you're going to start walking through this world like you the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you start to dress accordingly. Another thing I say as far as like what LDA said about his socks, what you guys may not have picked up on, I'm talking about the people listening, is the fact that he just proved or said without saying that the man makes the clothes and the clothes don't make the man. See, he could be wearing them shoes and those socks, and nobody would have thought he paid $4.99 for that shit. And I know what it means, because sometimes I'll be wearing something, they be like, damn man, yo, how much you pay for that? And I don't never tell no. I'd be like, nah, this is an old Christmas gift, or this is an old birthday gift. Like, I don't tell people how much I pay for my shit. But I bring that up to say, when they ask me how much I pay for it, it's almost like they say, damn, that shit must be expensive. But that lets me know, nah, it's the way that I'm wearing it, that the way it comes off of me makes people think that it's high value. No, it's not the clothes that's high value. It's me.
Wow. Jonathan, you was gonna say something?
I was gonna say, I mean, that's bonus points there. When LDA, when someone commented on LDA's socks, that, you know, it's not that like your socks will make or break your outfit, but it just gives you that added touch for people to notice and respect. And respect to, was it RPC that you noticed his socks?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Respect to you, dude. You sharp guy. Like, not a lot of people pick up on that. A lot of people just kind of have, like, a lot of people just sleepwalking through life, man. Yep. For you to notice it, I mean, that's expert level game in itself. And yeah, man, like, you know, like you're wearing a nice, let's just say you're wearing a nice navy blue suit, right? And you got some nice caramel brown shoes. You got a matching caramel brown belt. You know, if you have like a nice kind of medium brown, like a few shades either lighter or darker than the caramels, like not the exact same as the belt and the shoes, but like either a shade lighter or darker that contrasts with that navy blue. I mean, that right there in itself is just like, because when you sit down I mean, how many of you guys, I've made the mistake myself, how many of you guys have sat down wearing a suit and your suit's good, your shoe's good, and you sit down, you cross your legs, like, you know, I do the like the figure 4 cross a lot because I have really long legs, and then your socks right up, and you're wearing some, you know, some dirty ass Walmart socks or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, I gotta sit down and be uncomfortable, compared to like when you look good, you could just sit down and you just have this better overall like aura about, like a comforting aura, like you look good, so you just kind of like, yeah, you know, you're a little bit more relaxed, and that way you can get this person to sign the contract, you can get this girl to come home with you, you can get these people to like you, whatever it is you're trying to do in life. But I mean, look, man, my dude in college told me this, and it was very profound, but it was not very profound in the way he said it. But he was like, listen, dude, these bitches are vain, man. These bitches are vain as fuck. Like, they don't want to deal with no slobs. They want to have a guy with a hot body. They want to have a guy with fucking good fashion, and they want to have a guy that has good hygiene. You know, that's just like, you know, you can't be walking around with a tattered up haircut. You need to be getting haircut. You getting your haircut and edged up at least once a week. You know, make sure you're looking on point. Like, before you go out, if you're gonna hit the club on Friday night, you know, you need to be in the barber like Thursday. Sometime during the day, like, give yourself a day, because sometimes, you know, you get the razor burn or you get the red marks or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? You kind of,
yes, sir.
They cut you up a little bit. What's that?
You want recovery time?
Yeah, exactly. You wanted to settle in. You know, even when you do photo shoots, if you're a model and you do photo shoots, like, they tell you never shave the day of and never get a haircut the day of. Like, always do it at least a day before.
And to touch on what Jonathan said, man, that I learned this when I was in my first year of college, man. Every 2 weeks, at least minimum, bi-weekly shape ups, bi-weekly trims. Yo, those who keep you always look like you've always got a fresh haircut, or you always look like you just got a haircut a couple of days ago, all the time, every 2 weeks, man. And it's as simple as spending $10 to $15 and getting a shape up every 2 weeks. So important, man. You got to visit your barber regularly.
Yeah.
Hey,
You don't even have to cut it down or anything, man. Just a shape up.
Yeah,
nice
line up
here and there. Keeps you good.
Hey, yo, let me tap into something real quick that I was gonna say before. Is as far as like hygiene is concerned, yo, I tell you, I work in healthcare field, man. I can't tell you how many times a dude take his fucking shoes and socks off, and the room smell like fucking Doritos, man.
Oh
Or,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you got all this fly shit on. You know what I'm saying? You back shorty. She coming back to the crib, or you going back to her house, which is even worse because now you taking your shoes off in her house, and your shit smell like Doritos, fam. Or even if your shit don't smell like Doritos, your shit is ashy, crusty, like your fellas. Take care of your fucking feet, man. Now I'm not saying that you gotta go get a fucking pedicure or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is wash your feet, man. Lotion your feet, man. It's okay. Cut your toenails, man. You don't want to be in the bed with a chick. You rubbing legs with each other. And she come out the bed with fucking scratches on her calf, man, because your fucking roof ass feet, man. Like real talk, like dudes be thinking like I can't tell you how many dudes like will have a fucking toe infection, man. But because hey, ain't nobody sees it, fuck, I'll just leave it alone. No, fam, take care of your shit. Your toenail is green, my nigga. Like, come on, let's do something about that. So yeah, fellas, hygiene is very, very back to boom. If we sticking on hygiene, style, you talk about your breath says who you are. Fellas, floss,
Grooming and hygiene.
floss, 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 floss,
Mhm.
floss, floss, man. Cause y'all dudes will brush your teeth all day, mouthwash all day, but you're not getting in between your teeth, fam. That steak, that fucking whatever you ate last week, last month, that shit is still there, rotting between your teeth. And you're wondering why is it that after 2 hours of chewing this gum, or 2 hours after I brush my teeth, my shit smell like a fucking rotten carcass in the middle of the summertime, man. Take care of your shit.
Boom. My man got a question. He says, "Can you guys elaborate on having different styles to attract different women?" Anybody want to touch on that?
To be honest, man, your essence should be enough to attract multiple people, man. Focus on like expressing who you are in your style, your comfort, and yo, the right people will come around, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you don't want to be a chameleon where okay, I'm not confident in cowboy boots, but I see this Texan chick or this Mexican chick, so let me go throw on some cowboy boots and try to get with her and all of that, man. Nah, that's just too much work. You're doing too much if that's the case, man. Just got to keep it simple, find what you're comfortable in, and yo, people will gravitate towards you at the end of the day, man. Let's talk that fly energy, man. That fly energy, and let that reflect in your clothes, and you'll be fine. As far as adapting, yeah, don't get me wrong. We speak about adapting to particular like settings and particular situations. You wear the appropriate types of clothes, but we're talking about completely revamping your style every time to try and attract a specific type of woman. That's that's a bit pick me for a man, to be honest.
Right.
Just focus on adapting your style to the particular environment you're in and to the particular setting and function, and everything else will fall in place. That's my 2 cents on that.
Hey, can I just emphasize real quick, and you guys on the panel, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we're talking about style, we're not talking about style strictly to attract females. You know what I mean? Style is life game. You know what I'm saying? So if the question is asking, can you guys elaborate on having different styles to attract different types of women? We're talking about these styles for you. When you wake up in the morning, what you feel like wearing today? You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like wearing a suit every day. I don't feel like wearing sweats every day. Sometimes I feel like wearing jeans. Sometimes I feel like wearing a button-up shirt. Sometimes I feel like just rocking a sweater. It's not about what type of trick chick you're trying to attract. It's all about how you feeling that day, and your energy will attract whoever it will attract. You know what I'm saying? Being going off of how you feel that day. So basically, what I'm saying is don't style yourself like, okay, I hope I can get this type of corporate chick if I wear a suit, or I hope I can get a sporty chick by nah, it's not like that, man. Live your life, have style, and watch what you will attract from the universe, man. People will start to come to you. Like I'm not a type of dude to walk up to people and start a conversation. 9 out of 10 times people walk up to me and start a conversation, man. And that's how it is.
Let me say this right here about attraction. It's amazing when a man becomes into his own, as far as with style, he has the swag, as everything we were talking about. You raise the stakes for the women around you. When women know they have to go out with me, the first thing they gotta say, are you gonna be dressed in a suit? Are you gonna have your bow tie on? Because they know they're dealing with a high class man. They didn't know they had to come with their A game. So a lot of
Mhm.
times you're messing up because women know, oh, he's gonna wear jeans I'm not down in that, but
Right,
women
right, right.
they go out with me that they have to be on their A game because they see how I portray myself and how I am in real life on
LD,
Instagram. Yes.
LDA, what you're saying is the truth and the complete truth. I've had a chick tell me, yo, we're going to my birthday dinner, so you're gonna have to tone down your dressing. I don't want you taking away my shine. I've had women tell, I kid you not. I've had women tell me like, yo,
I believe it.
I don't dress as good as you, but I'll try to keep up. I've had all of that said to me, man. Trust me, what LDA is saying is very, very
I
true.
would dress up even better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
you gotta keep up the standards. Like, yeah, I don't have style like you, but I'll try and keep up. I'm like, well, yeah, you
And then
won't.
this is what I do, Jesse. I'll take it up to another notch. I'll, I'll put on that like, hello, how are you? I take it.
Yeah.
Excuse me, could you pass me the Grey
Excuse me,
Poupon,
madam.
please?
Caviar.
Excuse me,
Can I have the
madam.
caviar and can I have some Grey Poupon, please? And
Yeah,
I'll take
please.
the Dom Perignon chilled, please.
Chop chop.
Thank
Chop
you.
chop.
And I take that to another level purposely because it makes the woman works harder and it's
Yep.
a challenge too. I'm just with this little game on the side. We go back to style. I don't want to, I want to.
No, but
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're broadening her horizon, right?
Yes.
That is inspiring growth in her life, man. And it's very simple, man. Those who aren't willing to do the work, they point themselves out, and you can just show them the door, man. So it's real simple, man. Never settle for less. I mean, you've attained. That's the thing, man. You gotta have a certain lust for life, man. At the end of the day, man, you want to be the best in life, enjoy the best of things and the finest of things, man. You let that reflect in your lifestyle. If she's not willing to do that to keep up, the door is there, man. Because if not, she's dragging you down.
Very true. Because I can't have a girl that looking raggedy on my arm.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
then you
No.
look like you're a raggedy mess. That means
Yeah. You might as well consider yourself raggedy too.
Right.
Let me
yeah,
say
but
this.
it says a lot. It says a lot about your self esteem and your confidence. If you're letting somebody like that around you to ruin your sauce, it takes a lot of
Mm.
work to go into that, man.
Right.
Your sauce.
Hey, I can't leave this panel without saying at least this because I remember earlier it was asked, who inspired you, or who where you get your style from. And I said it before and I say it again, man. I get my style, or I was inspired by my father. My father, you know what I'm saying, he was a New York City taxi cab driver for 30 years, man. But every single day he went to work in a suit, man. You would have thought this dude worked in a bank or something like that. And not only does he wear a suit to work, the dude damn near wears a suit or like a jacket everywhere he goes. And if he's not wearing a jacket, he's wearing something fly with a different color. He's matching these different color palettes. I remember just growing up looking like this motherfucker's wearing an orange with a what the. But it went together. But I'm like, why are you wearing a fucking loud ass? When you go to parties, any event, he's the fucking center of the show, man. Hey Charles, Charles, hey Charles. So I just learned from him, like, okay, and it wasn't because of his attire, it was his attire, his personality, his colognes. This dude has mad colognes, mad shoes. So I learned from my pops, man. So shout out to my pops, man, for inspiring me.
That's interesting that you say that because my father was the same way. My father is considered what's called portly, so he's really
Mm,
short. But what he used to do back in the '60s, he used to get his suits custom made, and and he would go to school custom made suits with a briefcase. So that some of the people in the neighborhood asked my grandmother, "Is your son a lawyer or what is he? What does he do?" So it was that he took so much pride in his how he looked. Plus, he couldn't get things to fit him because he was called sportly. He was short, but he knew because he was short, he knew he had to always be styling and profiling. So even
right,
then, I learned indirectly about importance of finding things to fit with you. So yeah, I took a lot of things from my father. Then my mother used to make her own clothes. So I got the
mm,
combination of both things going on. It took a minute for me to come into it, but once I came into it, it's done,
yep,
finished. But
yep.
it was my father who took that time out because he knew that he couldn't wear what everybody else wore, but what he did have on, it was going to be sharp.
Mm.
Yo, you want to tap in? Yo,
I want to say something if that's okay.
go ahead, Jungle.
No, I wanted to touch on. I believe it was Red Pill Chauvinist. You said your father was a taxi driver.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I used to drive cab myself in
Mm,
Honolulu, Hawaii, and I had one of
mm,
two options. I could either wear the Aloha shirt like every other jackass out there,
mm-hmm.
or I could wear a pressed white dress shirt with a red tie. That was those were the two uniforms you can choose of, right? I wouldn't be caught dead in one of those fucking Aloha shirts. All right. I drove the town car, right? And I always made at least $250 net profit per day driving, right? I would talk to these other taxi drivers and I would look at their cars. Okay. These guys, they weren't cleaning their car at least once or twice a week, right? It cost you $20 and 30 minutes to get them to wash your car and then to vacuum out the inside and to do a tire shine, right? You do that. You make sure your car smells good. You make sure you look good. When you're a driver or when you're doing anything involving professionalism and money, when you look good doing it, you have to realize it's not only for you, but it's for the customer experience too, right?
Yes.
These people are going to feel more important and more like luxurious dealing with somebody like
Distinguished.
you. Yeah, they feel more
Amen.
right. And I would get I would get so much money, and how I really crafted like my mouthpiece of my game. I would pick up so many girls in the in the taxi, right? Because they would get in there, the car would be smelling good. I was a young guy, I was like 28 at the time. And, you know, this opens the doors for these girls. I would give out my business card to everybody because everybody who got into that cab, I just saw dollar signs, right? I was living with my girlfriend at the time, whatever. When I came to work, I really didn't. Well, initially, I wasn't in it to get laid. But then I started getting these girls texting me and getting choosing signals and stuff. And it got to the point where I was getting in my cab and I was getting money and getting sex, all from just being presentable. Obviously I was money minded, but that allowed me to I'm talking like girls would be in the cab, and my game's pretty good. I'm pretty sharp. I can pick up on when a woman is sexually interested or not. But I'm talking like she gets in the cab, I could sniff her out, and within 15 minutes, we're in the back seat fucking, and then I'm dropping her off, and she's paying me for the ride.
Here we go.
And it all started with just taking care of myself for my own level of self-respect. You see what I'm saying? So it's not all about, it starts, gentlemen, it starts with you doing stuff to take care of numero uno. But once you got that box checked, people are going to start lining up, man, because we got to realize this, like, most people are not watching content like we're creating on the internet. Most people got their face dig deep in Netflix. They're doing drugs. They're fucking jerking off, porn, whatever, right? If you're a man listening to these words and you're trying to better yourself, the opportunity is there because most people don't better themselves. Most people go through life like slaves, like sheep, like zombies. They just,
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, exactly. And if you, like I said, if you take care of yourself, people will notice, and the people that are important will also notice too, and that'll help you get better. That'll help you get to where you want to be faster.
Yes.
And like I say on my mantra for men, I say once a man turns 16, he needs to be focusing on money, muscles, and game. Those are the big three things. Every man wants to be jacked. Every man wants to have sex. And every man wants a fuckload of money. You focus on those three things: make money, make muscles, learn game. You're set for life.
MMG, money, muscles, game. You got to coin that.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
You got to coin that.
Gentlemen, I'm going to add one quick thing. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, okay.
All right, cool.
Good, yo.
I'm going to say I'm going to get out of here after this, but it's been a pleasure to be among these men here. You guys all have phenomenal game. It's been a pleasure. But one last thing that I will recommend guys take notice of is your style game is important, but also the interior of your home should also coincide with your exterior appearance, what you wear on your body. Because if you got a nice outfit on, but you take a woman home and your toilet seat's got piss stains all over it,
Mm.
and there's shit fucking, the inside of your toilet looks like you haven't cleaned it in 7 months, 8 months, toothpaste all over the mirror, your sheets is fucking stink, slobber on your pillowcases. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's gonna kill everything that you just put into your exterior appearance is just null and void. Like it doesn't even matter anymore.
Oh
I
yeah,
so
I'm in
yeah,
my
so
residence right now, man. Let me flip the camera over, man. Got the chessboard, big mirrors, all of that, man. It's important, man. Your living space is everything, man. This is
Nice.
your
yeah,
sanctuary, man.
yep, yep.
It's
And the
gotta
main
reflect the
thing,
lifestyle.
yep. And I'm not even really touching on decor at the moment, although you do definitely want to decorate it nicely. And as you can see, Jesse's decorated his place with mindfulness and some thought. But it's mainly about cleanliness. I mean, you could have a small studio apartment, but if it's clean, it smells good, it's presentable, she feels comfortable there. And, I'm talking about the girl because even like Modern Life Dating said, which is true, every man wants to fuck. Anytime I hear a man that says he's going big tower, he doesn't want to fuck, or he doesn't want women anymore, he's lying. Every man wants to fuck. It's either you are able to fuck or you're not able to fuck people. That's what it really comes down to. So I just can't stress enough the importance of being congruent. The interior of your car, the outside of your car, the interior of your home. Just again, a woman doesn't want to sit on a dirty ass piss stained toilet seat. These things are very, very important. Not to mention, even do you want to sit on the motherfucker? So, like for me, my home is immaculate at all times, whether I'm having a visitor or not, because that's just champion game living. So I just want to conclude with that. Style is everything. It's your mindset, it's your behavior, it's how you dress, it's how you walk, it's how you talk, it's how you build relationships, how you end relationships. It's very important to be classy even when you're exiting something or somewhere. So, I'll leave it with that. And it's been a pleasure, gentlemen.
EO, to add on to what you just said, style is living life with flair and panache, and everything you do, there has to be a certain level of graciousness with it.
You heard him?
Preach.
Facts.
Church.
Mhm. I did a
Church.
live stream on my channel, and I gave like these kids, I gave these guys like a 5 to 10 minute instructional on how to scrub your toilet and how to keep your toilet clean. You gotta like if I go to anybody's house, let alone a girl, and she's got that nasty ass water ring around the toilet. She got the streaks running down the side of the toilet. If I see that, I have a toilet brush right next to my toilet. Dude, I probably clean my toilet at least 4 times a week. I'm OCD like that, but I'm not trying to look at that nasty stuff. And like,
Right.
you gotta lift the seat up. You got to make sure there's piss stains around the back of it. It gets caught up under where the lid goes up, like right here.
Yep.
It can get dirty. You got to get up in there and clean it because again, like there's man clean in a house and then there's woman clean. And woman clean is like one thing I always say women do better than men. They clean better. The right women, not these nasty ass hoes, but I'm talking like women that have a good upbringing and have a good sense of, you know, cleanliness in a house and how to run a household because that's the kind of woman you ideally want to bring into your life. You want to
But
bring it.
Jonathan, it's crazy that I've had some women in my life where it's just casual sex and they offer like, I want to come clean your house. I like cleaning. It's fun. Like, well,
There
go
we
ahead,
go.
do
Yeah.
that. I mean, yeah, if you're getting quality strokes and pipe, yeah, that's the least you could bring to the table, some cleaning. And maybe
At least.
after I might make us some dinner. So I mean, if you don't like cleaning, you could always leverage a woman in your life to do that for you. And guess what? It's perfectly fine. Doesn't make you a bum or anything. That is leveraging some because she's using you for dick. The least you
Yeah.
can do.
Listen, I'm at the point in my life like if a woman you want to be with me as a woman, like
You got to
listen,
bring something to the table. Yeah.
sex doesn't impress me. I can get sex. Women are giving out sex like candy,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
What else can you do? Are you an accountant? Can you help me
Thank you.
save money on paying my taxes? Because I'm sick and
Boom.
tired of paying taxes. Are you good at cleaning? Are you a
Yes.
nutritionist? Can you help me balance
Can you
out my
cook?
diet?
You may cook,
Are
chef?
you, are you esthetician? Can you exfoliate my skin? Can you give me some sort of treatments? Like, what do you bring to the table? Because again, your pussy ain't. I mean, look, pussy has no value, especially nowadays.
It's a commodity. Everybody got some. Almost every woman has some.
They're giving it out. They get how many times? You know, like when was the last time you guys on this panel waited for the third date to have sex?
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know if
Huh?
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope you didn't say third. If you said second, I have to think about it. Third? No,
third? Get the fuck out of here.
Years. And you don't even leave your house for dates anymore, man. That shit's archaic. The dates happen at your house. So I mean, third date, nah, man. That's it's a new era.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much 70% smashing just off the first date, just off the pre-qualifying out of marriage.
Yeah, you do all the
It's
ground.
on you decide.
I'll never go on the dates cold.
Oh no, I don't do that, man. But if it's somebody I don't trust or the energy is iffy, maybe might link up for coffee. I have a $15 budget for that. You can have whatever latte you want at Starbucks for $7, and then after that, next time I'm blowing your back
You're
out.
generous, man. No venti on the first date for me. They don't get no venti. You got to earn that venti.
That's barely. I'm saying that barely happens, even, man. That barely happens because I'm attracting the right people. But in my younger days, yeah, might be ice cream or that, but never ever go over $15.
Yeah. I'm down for tea and coffee, man.
Yeah, I'll feel like.
And I don't mean Starbucks. Mom and pop.
Yeah, they got food diggers out there, so we don't play that shit, man.
I'm glad Modern Life Dating said something that was so important, and I think a lot of times we miss this, especially in this space. Is that a man should always ask, what else does she bring to the table before she comes to the table, and once you focus on that, you can qualify a lot of women, and you can also disqualify a lot of women, so you don't have the headaches that a lot of guys complain about in this space. And a lot of times it's because you never asked the next question. What else does she bring to the table? And if she only brings what's between her legs, you automatically shortchange yourself, and you also limited the value that you really have in your dick. Your dick is the most valuable thing that you can have, one of the most valuable things that you can have, along with your knowledge and what else you bring to it. But you should put so much value on it that she has to bring something to the table before she even gets to that point.
Yep. You get tired of that pussy, but you know what I never get tired of? A nice clean house. I'm 34. I still love a clean house. But if I was still banging that some girl I met when I was 19, 20, I'd be so fed up with that pussy. You know what I mean? So
freshly done laundry done, clean.
Yes.
House. Hey.
Wrinkle free, ironed.
Yeah.
Hate laundry.
She's every stroke.
I hate folding clothes, man.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though.
Like,
that's the thing. If you're not maximizing her use, and you're basically like giving up a lot of things for the pleasures of the flesh. Like you're putting yourself at a disadvantage all for pleasure. Where's your discipline as a man? At the end of the day, it gets to some point where your discipline as a man comes into play. Like, yo, the pussy isn't worth it because you can't do anything more for me than just pleasure. And you know what? I can go without it. That's perfectly fine.
And that's all style game. That's all part of being style game, because she becomes now a part of your style because of what she brings to the table, which is your table that you designed, that you put together. So she's now, in so many words, she becomes now accessory to what you're doing.
Yep.
And she's not an accessory. She's definitely a liability.
Yep. You got to be an asset or not. Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's so true.
All right, I got to go, brothers. I got work to do.
Yeah, I got to head out.
Let's close it out. Just y'all say our last words.
Yeah, I got to head out myself, man. I'm 72 hours. I just finished a 72-hour 3-day dry fast. No food, no water. Right now, I'm just spitting from the soul, man. So I'm about to go to sleep. Tomorrow morning, I'll break my fast with some water and all of that, man. But again, I was talking about that discipline game. I just spent the last 72 and a half hours, no food, no water, just staying sharp and staying disciplined, practicing my discipline. So guess what? If I can go without food and water for 3 days, you think not stroking a chick or not hitting that will bother me? Absolutely not, man. She's got to up that value. So yeah, I'm a bit exhausted and tired. So it's like 1:17 a.m. I'm about to like log out and go to bed. And tomorrow morning I'll have something in my system. So appreciate the conversation, guys. It was real. It's always lovely chopping it up with you guys. All the best. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, take care.
Yeah.
MLD.
So this is Lawrence D. Adams. Something coming up new. You can find my channel on YouTube, Lawrence D. Adams, and some news coming up shortly.
Yeah, earthquake right now. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, right now.
Oh wow.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. Just right there.
Oh,
Come
shit.
here. I knew for my dog, and I just didn't maybe pay attention. Come here. Go ahead.
Like, hey, dog's like, hey man, something's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. You can find me there, and some new things coming up in a couple of weeks, where you will be able to get some consultations with Lawrence D. Adams. So that's what's new.
All right. RPC.
Yo, Red Pill Chauvinist. Again, Afi, appreciate beaming me up and all that. You know, shout out to MLD, LDA, Jesse. I mean, everybody was on the panel. McCann. Shout out Golden Child, man. I need to do that more. Golden Child, man. Shout out to you too. But yeah, everybody go check out the Red Pill Chauvinist channel. You know, we got the Red Pill content, not just talking about women. You know, we're talking about travel. We're talking about, you know, just everything, life game, man. About to drop Manipulated Man, another episode tomorrow, so y'all definitely check that out. And yeah, man, style game. Y'all better get on it. Last thing I say about style is, I gotta agree with EO as far as, like, you know, your haircut. I mean, it's not to say that, you know, you gotta get something crazy or something, you know, every other day, but definitely get at least your lineup, man. Have your hairline look crisp. You know what I mean? Brush your hair. I mean, make your hair look like, groom yourself pretty much, man. But yeah, thank you again, man. Shout out to everybody on the panel.
And Modern Life Day, we're going to interview you tomorrow night, so you better have that fire game ready.
Oh, I will. Yeah, so I'm Modern Life Dating. You can see me on YouTube. I do a daily show, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called Interview with the Man. And you guys can call in and ask your questions. On Friday, I do free consultation Friday, just like kind of Afi does free game Friday. So if you guys want to call in and get your questions sorted out, hit me up. My points of expertise are psychological profiling, body language, and you know, getting deep into a woman's mind with seduction, using stuff like you know, quality sex and quality conversation to really get into her mind. So if that's something that's interesting you, go to my channel right now, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and I will see you with Afi Kingdom tomorrow.
For sure. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell too, because like I say, subscribing ain't enough all the time. You got to hit the notification bell. When we finish with this stream, make sure you put "We Are the Prize" hashtag in the comments. We'll talk to y'all later. Everybody have a good night. Subscribe to Lawrence D. Adams. Instagram, Lawrence D. Adams. Modern Life Dating. Modern Life Dating. We made it easy for y'all. Y'all should be easy. Instagram, same thing. Red Pill Chauvinist. Instagram, same thing. Mine actually different. Dominance Mindset and Raw Game. Afi Kingdom, same as this. And we out.